Yeah, turn it up a bit, bro. Listen, you're hearing sirens, but you run cause you're violent, well known to trident. 10 of your friends birded off for a knife, and if you can't relate, then you're a citizen. Laws you're abiding. If you can't relate, then you can't compare our life. And
you get to work with the children that society forgets.
Some young people need extra support to remain in school. Other young people need support to come off the streets.
If I didn't meet with United Borders, I reckon I might even been jail, dead maybe, because the streets are rough. I keep it G, they are rough.
So right now we're in Church Road. So I've grown up here, you know, born and bred. So music's always played a very central part in bringing communities together and keeping them together. It used to be a predominantly reggae district, you know. A lot of important reggae artists used to come to Harlesden. So we have like a really strong track record of Caribbeans that have come here. Harlesden at the time was predominantly white, quite racist. We're a music-based charity in a double-decker bus. We go wherever we want to go, all over London. This is Stonebridge. Both areas are so close to each other. So you literally come out of one area, you drive, you take a right turn, and then you're in the other area. We are literally living in the same community. We're separated by one road. That's it. Just one road brings you into another community. So there's this invisible barrier that people know not to cross these lines. So I thought, well, I work in the bus setting, management. I thought, let me just buy my own bus, put a studio on it. So at least that way I can drive into that community, drive into this community. I don't belong anywhere. I belong to people, not an area. We was born from tragedy. From incident. There was a young person, his name was James Owusu. He was a talented young person, into music, he was a DJ. One day someone rides in from an opposite area looking for anyone they could find on the estate. They found James on his doorstep talking to his friend. They shot him 9 times. He died in his mum's arms. That death impacted the community because it was like, even when you do things the right way, you know, you could still succumb to murders. So it kind of makes everyone feel like, what's the point? That's how United Borders was formed originally, to engage 2 sets of gangs from 2 different estates and try and bring a truce to the area.
About my past and I can't decide. I love you now and I love you when I'm deep inside. She call me Superman, that pussy is my kryptonite. I live in real life, I don't fantasize. I back it out on my league and cause a homicide. She called it the green bit for this, bro.
oh, this is a song for my album.
Oh, for your album?
Yeah, but I'm not putting this out until the end of next year, bro.
End of next year?
Bro, I've got a lot of singles and that to do, bro. I've got a lot of stuff to do, fam.
It's okay, you have to stubborn, let's just make it work. I'm so full of myself, you rather let.
You know, if you used to have a standard booth with a glass window, and this is basically a cover for the glass window, basically. Yeah, I'm really, you know. I got into a little incident when I was at school, which referred me to a yacht order. It's basically something to prevent you from going to jail, in a way. So it's basically trying to help young people. First, they asked me if I wanted to get into music with Justin and that. If I didn't meet with United Borders, I wouldn't be the person I am now. I reckon I might even been jail, dead maybe, because the streets are rough. I keep it G, they are rough, but you just have to know how to get around it. You gotta have a mind of your own and not follow people.
They're branded as bad, or they're branded as less than desirable. But when you speak to them, they're the same as everyone else. It's just a lack of understanding between generations. So teachers may not understand them, so they seem different.
Once they record certain songs, I can see straight away where they're coming from. If they put on a track and it's like, yo, get my money, OT, you know, flip these packs, whatever, then I know, oh, this guy's on the money thing. All right, cool. If I hear, yo, leave my enemies on the floor, ching ching, da da da, I know this youth's got more ambitions to be up in, you know, on the ching ting, you know what I mean? They're up in the violence world right now. Whatever they record, it allows us the insight into their mind and their heart and how they see things. And then it's up for us to get them to try and see more. January 2nd, 2018, my son went through a different area. That area, unknown to him, had beef with another area. They found my son. Tried to explain he wasn't from that area. He doesn't know what's going on, but he said that one of them raised their mask and said, no, we've come too far. Doesn't matter where you're from. So they just started stabbing him. Stabbed him 11 times. It's almost like a miracle how he survived that. It took me a few months after he got stabbed to work with other young people. Because you have to imagine, I work with young people who have stabbed or in a gang. For me, it was just like, whoa, I could be working with someone here that's potentially stabbed my son. Do you know what I mean? Like, I could be working with someone, like, how would I deal with that? How would I process that? I'd like to think that whatever your core essence is, you can get back to that. And the core of me genuinely wants every young person to flourish, regardless if you're all victims as far as I see it. You're a victim of the system. The stabbers are victims, the ones who are being stabbed are all victims. Everyone's a victim of poverty. For me, I wanted to honor the community. I wanted to create a project that can return to some of those principles and allow young people just to be young people, just to mess about, create, you know, have fun, not always have to factor if I take a left or a right, that might be the last turn that I've taken. We're trying to resist a lot of these forces that are still there, still prevalent.